I want us to know how you can be able to bisect an angle, because it will be very, very important when you are doing your constructions. Now, for instance, we have an angle here. We have an angle which is 60 degrees, and let us call this angle angle A, B, and C. When you were drawing the angle, you saw that this is 60 degrees. How can you be able to bisect this angle? So our angle here, ABC, equals to 60 degrees. I want us to bisect this angle such that the angle bisector passes through a point X. So what we're going to do, we shall use our compass, and also I need to mention something. You can see when I'm adjusting this compass like this, there is some measurement indicated down here on the dotted lines. That's what we call the radius of a compass. So anytime you hear me mentioning of radius, you'll know I'm adjusting the distance between the tip and where the pencil is placed. So I'll just take my compass such that the tip or the pointer of the compass is at point B, and then I'll adjust some radius. After I've done that, I can make an arc on line BC. I'll make an arc, just a small arc, an arc like this on BC, and also without changing the radius, while maintaining that radius, I'll make another arc on line AB. That's the first step you have to do when you are bisecting an angle. So I'll now take my compass and place it at this point, then draw an arc here. At this point I can be able to adjust the radius, and then now I can draw an arc like this. After I've drawn that arc successfully, I'll transfer my pointer to this point. Now I'm not allowed at this point to change the radius, and then now I will draw another arc such that it will intersect. Now after I've done this, I'll be able to use my ruler and draw a straight line passing through this point and the point of intersection here. We have our point of intersection, and that was. Now I can draw a straight line from point B passing through the point of intersection. Can call it X. So a line BX is called a bisector. This is line bisector, 30 degrees. That angle will be 30 degrees. If you want to check, you can be able to check whether that is the case, such that we can be able to measure and check whether that angle is 30 degrees. Now as you can see, the angle we have here is 30 degrees. That's how we can be able to measure this angle, and those are the steps that we're going to use to bisect an angle. Now the next step, I want us to construct 60 degrees. To construct 60 degrees, let's say that our angle ABC equals to 60 degrees. Now you're going to construct that angle you are being told. So what I'll come and do, I will use my ruler and then draw a straight line. I draw a straight line like this, and let me call this point B, because that's where we're going to construct our 60, and let me call this point C. Then A will be somewhere here, such that the angle formed ABC 60 will be at the middle point. So constructing 60 is very simple, very simple. What you only need to do is to bring your compass and place B on the line, and then now adjust the radius to any size that you want, and then draw an arc on the line. Then you can extend it above B, just like that. Now after you've done that, you have your arc there at the top and on the line. Don't change this radius, but transfer your compass to a point where the arc crosses the line, and draw an arc such that it will intersect with this arc that you are drawn above the line. So I'll draw my arc like that point and place it properly somewhere. Now after I've done that, what I need to do is to use my ruler and place it at point B and adjust it such that it passes through the point that the two arcs intersect, and then from there I can be able to comfortably draw a straight line passing through the point of intersection. After you are satisfied that the ruler is well placed, now you can draw a straight line that passes through that point. Now you can see we have, our point A is at that particular point, such that angle ABC is 60 degrees. Now if you want to construct 30 degrees, you can use 60 and bisect it so that you can be able to get 30 degrees. So what we need to do is first construct 30 degrees. First construct 60 degrees, then bisect it. You saw how we constructed 60. So in order to get 30, I want us to bisect these 60 degrees. So we'll use our compass, and then I'll want us to adjust such that we don't draw arcs on the same point we are drawn for 60. So I want us to bisect this. You adjust your compass to some radius, then now you draw an arc on this line, and also identify the other line which makes that particular angle. Also draw an arc there. After you've done that, you may change the radius or you may leave it the way it was. For this case, I've decided to leave it the way it was. Then I'll transfer my pointer on this point and then draw an arc like this. After I've done that, I'll again transfer my pointer to this point and as well draw an arc such that the two arcs can intersect at a point. Now after I've done this, I can now use my ruler to draw a straight line joining the point B and the point of intersection. Ensure that I'll adjust it properly. Then now I'll draw a straight line like that passing through the point of intersection. So if I can call this X, then it means this angle that is formed here is 30 degrees. So for you to construct 30 degrees, first you need to construct 60, then bisect 60 to get 30 degrees. We are constructing 90 degrees. We shall have our line like that. Say if this is our Q, always you have to extend the line to the other side. When you are constructing 90 degrees, you have to extend that line from Q on the other side such that you can be able to construct it. So at this point we want to construct 90 degrees. So what I'll come and do, I'll draw a straight line like this, and if this is our, I'll place Q at this point because we need this side such that we'll be able to construct this 90 degrees, and also we shall have this point as R. So I'll bring my compass and place it at this point and open some radius. That's enough. After I've done that, I'll draw an arc in front of Q and an arc behind Q. That's the first step. I'll draw an arc like this, and also without changing the radius again, I'll draw another arc behind Q, an arc like this. So after I've obtained that, I can change the radius and then bring my compass at this point, the pointer at that particular point, and then draw an arc above the line QR. I'll draw my arc like this, and then I don't change the radius. I transfer my compass to this other point where we had made the arc on the line, and now again I draw an arc such that it can intersect that with the arc that we had drawn. Now you can see we have to bring our ruler and then adjust like this. Now I can be able to draw is 90 degrees. We can call this point P such that PQR is 90 degrees. If I want to construct 45 degrees, what I'll do, I will bisect 90 degrees. And that's what we are going to do. I shall bring my compass at that point, and I've placed it properly. Then I'll now draw an arc on this line and also on this line, an arc like this. Again, I'll draw an arc on this line. After I've done that, I can now adjust the radius of the compass or leave it like that, and then transfer the point at this point and draw another arc. I'll transfer it to this point also, such that I can draw another arc. We have our point of intersection. The next thing I need to do is to draw a straight line passing through the point of intersection. The angle we have here will be 45 degrees, and also this angle will be 45 degrees. So for you to construct 45, you must know how to construct 90. After you've constructed 90, you can go ahead and construct 45 degrees. Now we are constructing 22.5 degrees. Very interesting. How can we construct this angle? Now, before we do any construction, I need to mention the steps that we're going to use. In order to construct 22.5 degrees, first we need to construct 90 degrees. Then after we've constructed 90 degrees, we can bisect 90 to get 45 degrees. After we've constructed 45 by bisecting 90, we can again bisect 45 degrees, which will give us 22.5 degrees. Now we go ahead and start by constructing 90 degrees, because you know we can't construct 45 if we don't have 90 degrees. So we shall draw a straight line and say at this point, we can call this point A and this one B, such that we have. So first at point A we need to construct 90 degrees. like this. We can now transfer the pointer to this point where we had made the first arc. Now we can be able to change the radius and draw an arc above point A. I want to adjust a bit. So I'll draw an arc above point A like this, and then transfer it to this point and draw an arc such that that arc will intersect with the other arc that we have drawn. Then we have that, and I'll use it to draw a straight line like that. So meaning at this point now we have our 90 degrees. The next step, we said we need to bisect 90 to get 45. Again, I'll place my point at that point. I'll adjust the radius and then draw an arc to cut this line, and again draw another arc to cut that line that forms 90 degrees on that point. I can adjust and take my pointer on this point and draw an arc. I'll take it now here also on this point and draw another arc such that we have the point of intersection. This one is not complete, so we have to redraw this. We take it at this point. That's why it's very important your work to be neat and you master all the steps. So whenever you make a mistake, you know where you're going to put your pointer and draw the arc. I can extend it like this. So I will have my 45 degrees at that point. So what I only need to do, I'll adjust and place my ruler at that point, and then I'll draw my line like this. So the angle we have here, this angle that we have here is 45 degrees because we bisected 90 degrees. But our main objective was to construct 22.5 degrees. So what do we need to do? We need to divide 45 by 2, that will be 22.5, and the way we divide angles is by bisecting them. So as to bisect this, I'll have to bring my compass and place it at that point there. Then again I'll adjust my compass because I need to bisect this angle. I'll have to draw an arc on this line and also an arc on this line. You draw arcs on those two lines that form that particular angle you want to bisect. So I'll draw my arc like this, and also at the top I'll have to draw my arc like this. Next, I'll transfer my compass to that point and I'll use it to draw an arc. Like this, and then I will again transfer I'll transfer it at this point and then draw an arc so that we have a point at that particular point. Then after I've done this, I can be able to draw a straight line passing through that point and the point of intersection. Now finally we have our 22.5 degrees. Now because we've bisected 45, this was 45, now we have bisected it. Now the angle we have here, the angle we have at this point is 22.5 degrees. For us to construct 75 degrees, these are the steps I want us to follow. First, we are going to construct 90 degrees. We shall have 90 degrees. Now if we are degrees, so this point here will be the middle point, which will be our B, and then this end will be C, and A will be somewhere here. So what we're going to do first, we'll construct 90 degrees. Then again on B, we'll construct 60 degrees. We shall have 60 degrees. We'll construct 60 degrees. Then, meaning if this is 60 and the whole of this angle is 90 degrees, it means the remaining angle at the top here will be 30 degrees. So if we have 60, we need 15 to make it 75 degrees, and we shall get that 15 by bisecting this angle at the top here. That's what we want to do. So follow keenly. First, we are going to draw a straight line which will enable us construct 90 degrees. Draw a straight line like this. We can call this point B. That's where we are going to construct 90. And remember, we said when constructing 90 you must leave a space behind the point where you are constructing that particular angle. This to be our point C. So in order to construct 90 degrees, we bring our compass, adjust the radius in front of that point B. We draw a small arc like this, and then again we'll draw another arc behind that point that we're talking about. Arc like that. After doing so, now transfer the compass to that particular point. Now draw an arc above point B. Also transfer this to the other point on the line without changing the radius. We need to draw another arc to cross that point at that. Using our ruler, we can be able now to join a straight line like this. So we shall have our 90 degrees. Now we said the second step after constructing 90 degrees, we need to construct 60 degrees on point B again. And for you to construct 60 degrees, you remember what you need to do is to draw an arc on a line and then extend that arc above the line like that. Then after doing that, you can now adjust this one and draw that arc like that. Draw a straight line that passes through the point of intersection. Now that we are having 60 here, these 60 degrees, we need 15 to make it 75, and the whole of this angle is 30 degrees. So what we need to do is to bisect that angle at that point. So as to bisect that particular angle, we'll adjust our radius and then draw an arc on that line and also on this other line. Then now transfer it to this point. You can extend the radius and again draw an arc, transfer it to this point and draw another arc. Now you can see we have the point of intersection. Then now we can be able to draw the line from this point and we join like that. The angle that is formed, here is now 75 degrees. That will be our point A.